Hey.
Hello.
So we just finished a podcast. I'm so sweaty. This is going to be the worst I've ever looked in a BEXLIFE video because your apartment is 97 degrees.
Yeah, well, that's why all my sauerkraut didn't go right.
It's so freaking hot in here. It's like Hippieville.
Yeah, we're in a sweat lodge. This is
my hair, like my flat iron hair, is like it's just a travesty. But no, I wanted to make this quick video, and I'll introduce you really quick. You're Mike Perrine. You are the official bearded Bieber of BEXLIFE.com. I want everyone to hashtag that bearded Bieber. It's brilliant. Because you're like a heartthrob, and now you got this beard thing happening. I mean, to the crunchy crowd.
I look like a crazy biker. I don't know if I'm a heartthrob.
No, people like your beard. So we did this podcast an hour and a half. We were talking to you, and it's really interesting. And why I want people to watch it is because we talked about stuff that I never talk about.
I know.
In that depth.
I like that. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I said the F word.
You did.
I talked about
a couple of times, I think.
Empowered natural childbirth.
Mm-hmm.
Vaccinations.
Yeah, we talked about controversial things.
Mob wives.
Yeah.
Big Ange. Colonics. Lots of stuff.
We covered a lot of things. We did it twice.
We did it twice. But it was good, and I think I want to hear what everyone thinks about the podcast that we did because I've been talking about doing more podcasts, and I'd like to do more regular stuff with you. So maybe we'll put that in the works. I'll put the pressure on you.
I think I would love for you to do. I would love for you to actually host some of these podcasts for me. But I think you should really do.
You
podcasts.
should put me in with really crazy people.
I would love to. I'm saving all the good ones for you. I would love for you to do that. It's so nice. You know why I really love podcasts? Because, first of all, I live in New York City, subways all the time. I used to listen to music. I still like music. But podcasts, I could learn something, get an experience of something. The other thing I like about it is, I have to do dishes or do something. And if I could just learn something. I mean, it's great. Sometimes I want to be in my own thoughts. But when I don't want to, the music stays in my head. The music, I go to sleep, I have trouble sleeping, and the music plays over and over. But listening to people talk, I just get inspired, or I learn something new. It's incredible.
I used to think they were so nerdy, and I was so not into it. I was like, who listens to podcasts? I really enjoy it lately. It's like something that I can do when I'm doing anything else.
It's radio.
Multitasking.
Yeah.
What I wanted to talk about quickly, well, not quickly, but so we did these 2 videos, Flat Belly in 5 days. And then we just did this new one, Why Am I Still Fat? It's getting some traffic, getting good response. But people are still, they have lots of questions about them. And the feedback that I'm getting, the negative feedback I'm getting is that this is just not something that works for bodybuilders. It's not going to work for, it's a lot of this is not what I do. It wouldn't work for me in this situation. And I'm trying to talk more about the long term because my mom was a bodybuilder in the 80s, and she had a lot of long term consequences, repercussions, negative things that happened because the way she was treating her body, not so much the way she was eating. She always ate really well. So what do you say about that?
Well, it's
I talk a lot in my questions.
Everything. The thing is, there's always variables, and it depends on what somebody's doing. Everything is just math. It's just it's chemical math. And what the program that I put out and the things that I'm trying to work with people on is we'll call it biochemical harmony. We're trying to everything we do is manipulating because we don't live in a natural world. We don't live instinctively, and we're not eating wild food. We don't do that anymore. So now we have access to all these different things. So as we eat and we move our bodies differently because we're not running around hunting game or traveling in groups we go to a gym or we do whatever we do. We're doing body manipulation, and it's just math. So it's like shitty food gives you a shitty body and makes you feel shitty, or this food does this and does that.
What about shitty food though making you feel good and making your body look good though temporarily? And I think that that's what's happening. I think that people are seeing some of these results from food sources that are not so great for them. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the synthetic stuff, the protein powder shakes, whatever. Like they're getting all these great results. Like how do you talk to these people?
Well, it depends what the great results are. I mean, if you look at Paleo or Atkins or any of these people, protein and fat are poor sources of fuel. If you eat that way, which nobody eats that way for life. Nobody eats that way for life. Nobody sustains a diet that doesn't have carbs and sugars in it. And if you eat all that heavy animal protein, it will make you lose weight. And protein I talked about this in the Dr. Bishy podcast, or he talked about this more in the Dr. Bishy podcast on cancer. When we eat high levels of protein, we have more human growth hormone. You're gonna stack. You're gonna build more muscle, and you're gonna get stronger. But if you're not balancing that out with a lot of plants, really, and you're not taking enough fiber to go to the bathroom, I mean, you're going to build muscle. You're going to not have a lot of fat, but you're probably going to have a full colon. You're going to have residues in your body. Your body, if a lot of people are trying to debunk the acid alkaline thing. Nobody makes their body alkaline. First of all, you don't like walk around like I'm alkaline. What we're doing with alkaline food is we're trying to have less stress on the body to have to adjust its own pH. Right? A lot of people don't get that. But if you're putting in a lot of meat and you're creating an acid environment that constantly needs to be adjusted, you're going to lose bone density. They know that. It's been in scientific journals like Journal of American Medical Association since the 70s. You can read about it in John Robbins' book.
Some people don't know.
Yeah, well,
some people don't know. They don't want to know.
So yeah, you will be strong. Protein is very stimulating. You'll feel very good if you're eating if you're eating high protein, high fat diets, and you're going to build muscle. But what's happening to your cellular chemistry? Fred Bishy always used to say, all the people I worked out with are the best built people in the cemetery right now. They're all dead. A lot of people with bone density problems from that. So. It's body manipulation in one way or the other. How are you manipulating your body? So
here's a comment I got, and this is not the first time I've heard this comment. This was the angriest version of it, though. But basically, like this whole food combining thing and all these rules that you're talking about. This is the reason why it's so hard for people to lose weight. You're making it overcomplicated. I didn't really think anything that we said was complicated at all, but I think coming in with that attitude, you're gonna see that it's complicated, and. It's the stupidest thing that he's heard all day.
That was a comment?
That was a comment. And it's simply calories in, calories out. That's it. It's calories in, calories out. So I think calories in, calories out is probably one of the most dangerous things you can tell somebody because, I can eat a cupcake that's calories in and then I can run it off and that's calories out. It's not serving me nutritionally. What do you say about it?
I had a friend. I remember a long time ago. I had a friend that was a weightlifter, and he was on a special diet to like get shredded, And he's actually still a great friend of mine. I've known him for 30 years. He's big. He's the biggest person I've ever seen in real life. That's one of those people that I've actually seen and known. But he was on some program, and he was like, "Okay, well, I'm allowed on this program to have a beer or a banana tonight. So should I go out and have a beer?" I was like, "Are you out of your mind?" Doing. Yeah,
that's the calculation that's happening in my head. Like, can I have a margarita or can I have a chicken breast? Can I, or whatever? That's what the trade-off.
I mean, let's talk about it because let's assume that everybody's intelligent and they're going to get this because it goes into. Well, it goes. I'm not.
No, my audience, but let's not assume everybody. Let's assume my audience.
But because it's an advanced concept. But the thing is, when it's not calories in, calories out. It's the way people that say that don't understand chemistry and they don't understand food chemistry. So and I know that people feel like it's a little complicated because I used to think that. I thought the first time I heard about food combining, I thought, why do I have to be driving a car just to eat something? Like I have to check this, check that, make sure that. It shouldn't be that. It's the reason it's complicated is because a lot of what we eat is not food, and we have an abundance of every single thing that we want anytime, anywhere. Right now in the United States, we can get fruits, vegetables, processed foods, fats, anything we want.
I can get lychees. This is my disgusting cherry pit lychee.
For someone that didn't like lychees, you sure ate a lot of lychees. I'm
a convert, but yeah, I can get lychees, which are not grown in New Jersey.
Yeah, so when we have access to foods all the time and we're not eating based on the ripeness of a fruit in a certain tree, food combining becomes more and more important. And the only thing to convince someone to food combine is see you before and after. How do you feel? I always tell people, if you don't have a problem digesting food, don't let me tell you that you have one. But when you come to me and you're like, I'm full of gas, my belly's bloated all the time, and when I'm eating certain combinations of food, I'm putting on weight. The best example is apples and almonds. When you mix them together in the stomach, the sugar in the apples will be held in the stomach just by the basic laws of how your body processes the food. Proteins take a long time. Fruit sugar and juices and fresh fruits are the fastest moving foods. They don't require a lot of time. If they're held in the stomach, it's 98 degrees. Our intestinal tract is lined with bacteria. It ferments into alcohol and gas. Now your liver is having to process it as alcohol and gas. It's just very simple. It's people say certain things. I've had doctors say things like, I don't believe in colonics, so that I don't believe in food combining, I don't believe in veganism. And I go, it's not faith-based. It's just math. You don't have to believe in it. It's just science.
It's not faith-based. And if you don't want to do the math and you don't want to look up the science, you can have the experience. And that's the thing. And that's my number one response to people in the comments when they're resistant to it. I'm like, listen, first of all, if things are working for you, then let them continue to work. Again, pooping, sleeping, happiness, energy, all those things, because we aren't all one thing. But if you are having issues, if you're having bloating, if you're having unexplained weight gain, if you're having weight loss plateaus and you can't get past it when you truly do feel like you have to lose this weight, then these things could help you. Like, just try them out and see what happens before you tell me it's the stupidest thing you've heard all day.
Right. And don't try it for 3 days. Try it for 3 months. Really see how you transform.
And I don't see it as being complicated. I mean, I really don't go into all, like, I have a book on food combining from like the 70s. That was my mother's. And there's a lot in it. And there's a lot of foods in there that I don't even eat. So it wouldn't even come into play. It's just, for me, it's about eating simply. Like, okay, I'm going to eat this food and then I'm going to eat that food. And I don't have to eat all the foods all at the same time. You know, it's like you don't have to do all the things. Just do one of the things. Yeah, do it where I give people a very simple document that I'll soon have available on the website. But I usually give it to clients, and I'm like, there's a lot of stuff in here. It's the foundation of the work that I do. Just glance it over, take what works, leave the rest. Don't feel overwhelmed by it. Yeah, I think I wanted to do this like little fake podcast to piggyback on your podcast. It was really excellent because we talked about so much stuff, like I listed in the beginning, and you know, I got a little bit ragey. I said the F word. Did I get ragey? I felt really ragey. We said the F word. We said the S word. We said the P word. We did. We said the P word. Well, we had to. It was an approved use of the P word because it was in the title of a book. Yeah. And we said that's like a 12-year-old technicality. Like, Mom, I'm quoting somebody. I mean, the dirtiest word of all was bearded Bieber, I think. Bearded Bieber is disgusting. Hashtag bearded Bieber. Really, you got to use it. But I want to. It's like I wanted to do this because I really do want people to go over there and look at that, and I do want to change the tone of my videos because I guess the past 4 years of BEXLIFE have been a primer, you know? It's like, this is the introduction. This is the sweet talk into food combining. This is the sweet talk into meditation. And I'm going to continue with the 4-minute meditations. But it's like, there's a realness that's happening behind the scenes. There's a realness that's happening with me in my life behind these very short glimpses that you get in the videos. And it's very surface. It's effective, but it's very surface. So if you want to know more about nutrition, about, you know, really connecting with yourself, about true fitness, all this stuff, it's, you know, watch you, but mostly watch me. But you know, tell me that that's what you want to hear, and I will absolutely accommodate, because that's what I want to offer people. Yeah, I think we did that in our podcast. You know, the reason I wanted to do podcasts is because I wanted to be able to talk about whatever I wanted and share the amazing conversations that I have with people. Yeah. And I didn't want to have to dumb it down. There's always this, I didn't want to have to dumb it down. People are smarter than that. No, I mean, my audience is really smart, and I don't think I'm ever dumbing it down for them. It's like I have 3 minutes to capture them. Yes. And it's like, what can I say? How many buzzwords? How many times can I say skinny, lose weight, flat belly, you know, freaking bootylicious bikini body, you know, to get them in? And it's like, how do I keep you so I can really tell you some real stuff? I wanted to talk to you about that on the podcast. I kind of lost track of all my notes. I want to talk to you about like clickbait videos and stuff. Like, do you do that? Because I noticed that I do it in a way. I mean, I feel like I'm never dishonest. I think when I said how to get a flat belly in 5 days, that was a hook, but it was we talked about it. I think we gave them something valuable that will definitely affect the way that their bellies. And people are responding. You know. They're not like, "Oh, you guys are freaking liars." See, I don't even say the F word on BEXLIFE. I try. This is the rated G show, PG show. This is PG. Yeah, because I would name the podcast, and I thought, okay, talking shit with the colonic therapist is going to get a lot more hits than Gil Jacobs shares his story of healing. You know, it's like, it just is. And well, not to mention, no one knows who Gil Jacobs is. Right. No one knows who Rebekah Borucki is. That's why my name's not in the title. So, you got to talk about the stuff that people are looking for. You got to give people what they want. You can't come off like, I'm better than you, and I'm going to tell you what you really need. You know, it's like, people want to lose weight, so I'm going to talk to them about that. I'm just going to then start making cat videos. Because that's what we want. Justin, friggin' every time I turn around in the office, he's looking at another grumpy cat meme telling me about our cute baby goats cuddling unicorns. I swear, my husband. He's the king of the cute animals on the internet. But yeah, I think it's a direction that I want to take the work that I'm doing, because I think that I'm ready. It took a readiness for me to be able to share more. Because I wanted to make sure that my information was good too. Like, I'm really practicing it. this is a place in my life that I'm in a place in my life where I feel confident to be able to talk about it. And I want to take other people with me.
I want to come.
Well, we went there already. So we went there. And so everybody check out the podcast. It's linked continuously on the bottom of this video, because you don't even have to hear what we're saying right now. You can just go over to that, because I feel like it was really good. And check you out at everydaydetox.org.
.org.
I know, because you're organized.
That's right.
We said that in the last video. The real thing to do, I hit the mic. The real thing I want you guys to do is to sign up for both of our newsletters, because that's where the good stuff happens.
Yeah, I don't send spam. I haven't sent a newsletter yet, but I will. I'm waiting for iTunes to figure out their madness so I can announce that we're on iTunes, even though we are on iTunes.
You gotta give people the stuff if they sign up.
I know, they signed up. But the good thing is I don't clog your inbox. You know, it would have been really smart.
Or your colon.
You know.
That should be. I won't clog your inbox or your colon.
You know what would have been really smart is if, when we shut the air conditioner off, we open the windows. That's why we're so much hotter.
I don't even notice it anymore. My hair's wrecked. My makeup's off. I feel fantastic. This is the real deal, folks. We're on iPhones. We're recording on iPhones. This is good stuff. Well, thank you. Head on over to the podcast. Let me know if you want to see more of this stuff. I don't even care if 3 people watch this and 3 people request to see more. I really want to give people stuff that they desire, most.
Cats.
The real information. All right.
Somewhere in time, you're running into walls until you leave it, just like the one before. A slip and a start.